MYBET.AFRICA so aso yasen a obetwa bet party abomode a na woni MYBET for ntwa nhwimbom na bibia entumi nkoye medin e the list to abedwafo wa say Vincent e wa ha Anonyman e wa ha Benedict nti obeti omunka na bibia atumi akoye na ye bewura matches ni munim se na Friday na Friday dia na chese utumi nze week we twemu a international break nti se one first car o MYBET I just want to copy mo international break ho international break na amafo bebre so ka se ho no ni dia tin papa nti we last hour but so utumi ye word na utumi first car na bibia atumi koye nti e be ko ye money man ho na nei utumi aboan ne chese koda na yeso ebetumi e de anumsuo na bibia atumi adan e de akoye main cheso ye be ko fixtures nim ye be ko fixtures nim na afi ye ba be remo Ghana enei metuma ka che se Blasters coach Otuado e de ne squad ne betudwa me no ka say o ma hihye nkonwa e wo GFS secretariat nei ode squad ne beba entwa ne ensori mfi nkonwa so de na squad na etumi abanti be rem wo expectations ne sen enei Accra Sports Stadium ene ye bebo game no na me suggest sanka na sania ya de dane danya ye boy matches wo baba yara nyema koye de man Accra ha say ye time mo match ha nti komode ba no komo mbie free gate because match ni crucial. If we don't win this game we will not qualify for the AFCON. Very important. If we don't win this game our qualification to the AFCON 2025 na be din papa enti no komo mbie free gate na obia anya den emra na Africa support ne nkosoro na Blasters entumi wini emfamaye wo so adwenche ne sen ya bejafo e de omo adwenche ba na bibia tumi akonkan ukokopie mu ewo weekend games na yes 5 selected European games no Olympic Marseille na Friday oni ange ade bebo ni Saint-Étienne ni Oze saso na boboko efen Lille Metropole kuma nini wo no mo che Madrid ball mani so no oni Toulouse ade bebo ni Stade Rennais ni Monaco ade bereda so Olympique Lyonnais eso ne Nantes bebo ni saso na Brest ni Le Havre ade bereda so Strasbourg enso ne Lens ade bereda so na fi Stade Reims ene Montpellier ade bebo ni na Paris Saint-Germain ene OGC Nice ade bebo ni na bibia tumi akonka after match day 6 Paris Saint-Germain 16 points almost 20 goals with consider only 5 Bobo Kwefen Monaco after match day 6 or 16 points 12 points and as 12 goals with 3 goals conceded Oko Kopiemu our third position now Olympique Marseille after match day 6 13 points 15 goals no washe no conceded 7 Stade Reims that's so 9 and 11 points 10 goals with 8 goals conceded honma obepiem asewa ange and 2 points ultimately washe 4 goals per and we conceded 12 Saint-Étienne so 4 points and they washe only 3 goals and we conceded 17 goals na Montpellier at the 16th position and they 6 goals and 17 goals and we conceded 4 points honma we any matches and no so be call so lo champagne animu yenkonkopie mu ewo German Bundesliga Augsburg and Borussia Mönchengladbach bebo ni 6:30 and as a game no cost ba for Leverkusen and hosting Kiel ultimately say yes ba Leverkusen bebo gum papa I'm telling you kopie mu Werder Bremen and Freiburg at Berida so na Union Berlin and Dortmund at the bebo ni Bochum and Wolfsburg and at Berida so St. Pauli and Menzo 5 Heidenheim and RB Leipzig and the bebo ni na Eintracht Frankfurt so ne Bayern Munich be cracker match pa honum Stuttgart and so ne Hoffenheim and the bebo ni na bibia so no atumi akoye after match day 5 Bayern Munich 13 points was 17 goals conceded 4 so na second position Eintracht Frankfurt and so I was 12 points and he was 11 goals with 6 goals conceded RB Leipzig also third or 11 points was 8 goals or conceded 2 Bayer Leverkusen also our 10 points was 14 goals and we considered 10 goals honum ukopiemu wase honum hosting clear 1 point was 7 goals and we considered 17 Bochum Asha 5 we concede 11 1 point so and Hofiam so no and so that's so 16 position or 3 points was 9 goals or concede 15 goals honum way and German Bundesliga after match day 5 yenkonko piemu Italian crunchy Serie A and 2 matches and round of 7 games Napoli any Como and the Berry so 4:30 as our game we Basso Sasso na Copiema Verona and Venezia at the Beboni and also 6:45 and as our game Coso El Honma and as our match we Coso Ochina Udinese and Lecce at the Berry so Atlanta and Genoa Inter Milan Torino Juventus Cagliari Bubu Kwefen Bologna and Parma Lazio ni Empoli Monza and AS Roma and Fiorentina and AC Milan at the Berry after match day 6 Napoli were 13 points was 11 goals were conceded 4 Juventus at also Mienu 12 points was 9 goals on conceded impressive AC Milan has 14 goals I conceded 7 or 11 points and Inter Milan and they also 4th position 11 points 13 goals 7 conceded Ukopiemu asewa Monza na aswa teams over 3 points was 4 goals were conceded 8 Venezia over 4 points was 4 goals were conceded 10 and Lecce and so also 18th position or 5 points was only 3 goals and our conceded 11 way Italian crunchy Syria yenkopiemu what means yes La Liga yenkopiemu La Liga round 9 games Leganes and Valencia bebo ni ene Ochina Espanyol and Mallorca Getafe ni Osasuna Las Palmas ni Celta Vigo Valladolid and Rayo Vallecano the Berry so Real Madrid ni Villarreal pay crunchy match I'm telling you Girona ni Atletico Bilbao the bebo ni Alaves and Barcelona Sevilla and Betis and the bebo ni Real Sociedad and Atletico Madrid who call a yes Spanish La Liga this week matches which means yes is the BNM. After match day 8 Barcelona already kind or 21 points was share 25 goals and were conceded 9 goals. Real Madrid Tosumienu or 18 points was share 17 goals and were conceded 6. Villarreal Tosu Miensa or 17 points was share 17 goals and were conceded 15. Atletico Madrid Tosu 9 or 16 points were conceded 4 and was share 12. Okwasi on Las Palmas was 3 points. Were conceded 16 was share 9. Valladolid at also 19 or 5 points was share 4 and were conceded 17 goals. Valencia and so ultimately yes 5 points was share 5 goals and were conceded 13 goals. Honmiti on na we honum. Yenkonko piemu the English Premier League. The English Premier League say tier fixtures so Crystal Palace ni Liverpool na de bebo ni early kick-off 11:30 Arsenal and Southampton de bebo ni so na Brentford and Wolverhampton Wanderers Leicester City and Bournemouth Man City ni Fulham West Ham ni Ipswich and Everton ni Newcastle Aston Villa and Man United Chelsea and Nottingham Forest and Brighton and Hove Albion and Tottenham Hotspur. After match day 6, Liverpool 15 points were conceded 2 goals and I was 12. Man City Tosumienu or 14 points were conceded 6 and I was 14. Arsenal Tosu Miensa or 14 points were conceded 5 goals and was 12 goals. Chelsea Tosu 9 or 13 points were conceded 7 goals and was 15 goals. Okwasi one man Wolverhampton Wanderers 1 point. Were conceded 16 goals and was 6. Southampton 1 point. Were conceded 12 goals and was 3. Crystal Palace 3 points. Were conceded 9 and was 5. So these are games any ultimate standings say any tier ahonma any mede abro ehonum enti mame kwa bejafo na ye rem 5 selected European leagues. Benedict means starting few so.
Okay. Until list or
before then, I was able to me.
A day we need to ampa. Code in the BBI I ready intino. And then so the only say you do weekend there. Yeah, buy and for code back up and bro. The code me and because any weekend games ni na. Until daily rollover. We sleep no. I mean the kind starting and free and no. Na no and code every day be a demand 4 odds echo. So de kakra betu echi etimenye sika kakra aton. Yenim say na games kakra bi koso inti aye 5 selections e wo ha. With 5 selections na e wo ha Napoli e bo ene oni komo sa game no e wo mu. Augsburg enso e bo ene ni game e wo ha. Verona e bo ene Olympiacos, Leganes ena uko Portugal Rai Alves e bo ono nso game e wo ha. Inti code no e ye BDLY. We selections e ha 5 odds ene wom. Inti se ene open games bi etwa e dey prepare for the weekend we na sleeper e se otimi twa. Kai se options ni afa no. E MYBET.AFRICA pe. Inti throw code no BDLY. Na farmer cashier se wo shop na wuti and farmer cashier na ontwa ma manager nso betimi o de ma no nso beboa etwa ma. Se uti wo fie na wa create online account log in to www.mybet.africa na call bet booking natural code no BDLY eshim na nso etimi etwa ene selected games ye de abro list with weekend we there games e wo ho no emu e de pa se o hwe min start in free Germany so hwe Germany game e koso Union Berlin and Dortmund yenenim Dortmund ade Celtic e wo Champions League no se ba Dortmund ni Union Berlin games on last 5 games Union Berlin e wini baako. Sa game na Union Berlin winning and na Union Berlin ebo home. So we Union Berlin this season and the form and shut down so any because why on and off even though say other 9th position we about 5 games e wo 8 points but games bi o ho afa win games bi o ho so win intimi anko ambo an wo otimi fa win against Hoffenheim last season o lose against ono inti ono ni season ni this season near on and off but Dortmund on the other hand after losing to Stuttgart 5-1 wapiki maximum point in against Bochum 4-1 and a Celtic utimi share no 7-1. So going into this game do say odds ne susu e MYBET.AFRICA because this particular game so call MYBET.AFRICA ye mark Dortmund 2.18 odds. This game so person ucha straight win ma Dortmund now. Or the Dortmund in chinkwa 2.18. But mefa game we Dortmund win or draw 1 point. Dortmund win or draw or 1.5. MYBET.AFRICA mas our option no. Your friend a chance mix. Ubiye this particular game uko down na ube hu chance mix. Dortmund win 1.5 and I'll be hu 2x/2 plus and 2s/3 plus. Ewo no afa. And also odds ni mu edupan. Into on this game there, either Dortmund be winning. And now I say 1.5 about game, but the safest option 1.5 in this game. The next game I mentioned Real Madrid Villarreal. Real Madrid after disappointing win Champions League. Record no mukuta for not losing a game for a longer period no against Lee. This is one game na no be any that's what at least Real Madrid be kwa kunya draw mpo was the likeliest result Emily but ye ne hu de kosie. But this fixture one of the amazing fixtures about Spanish La Liga ekosu ye pan last season Real Madrid visited Villarreal no omo ball 4-4 wo ho Real Madrid di kan share 2 goals beti Real Madrid in the first half now Real Madrid action 4-1 and Villarreal timi beti e ball 4-4 edu fixture say ya e ma wo hu say this any easy fixture Real Madrid even after their defeat but on this game Real Madrid Bernard Jones say onya 2 defeat on a row say who say any Real Madrid Honda. So this is a game Real Madrid be fan serious coach Ancelotti ebe catch any boys this one who on this game no meet my but on a return fixture last season Real Madrid share 4-1. So this game game goes baby into over 2.5 is likely say be this particular game. Real Madrid win or draw so the likeliest option I may pick it on this particular game because both teams are on a good run of form. As Villarreal, the last defeat was against Barcelona. After that, Opiki win against Espanyol, Opiki win against Las Palmas. Into those who were winning streaker or they back into this game. Sana Real Madrid Opiki defeat against Lee. So a crucial game at both clubs to show their strength in the La Liga. Real Madrid Kaise so betimi any Barca akọ toe to toe in the league. This is a game I saw to me picky because last season oko picky 1 point to our win. A disappointing win, a disappointing point man because leading 4-1. Our team never team more the ball 4-4 there. This is a game our coach Ancelotti Bernard James or Bayern it's my picky the maximum victory. Abuao. It's me a winning game. We are closely on Barcelona on those weekend way on those whole game. The next game I make EPL with Aston Villa and Man United. This game is very crucial. Emma Man United, even Emma Ura Eric Ten Hag because Ocean the last records in Europe we winning 1 game out of 10. Elusu 4 abo draw and so 4. Adeba akwa High United say Europe on performance of Mbeba League numa o metima grind the results ba ku mienu etima bo mama yenenim against Crystal Palace o mutimi pick the 0-0 win. But Aston Villa this season the last 5 games including last game of boy against Bayern Munich no we winning 4 abo draw 1 draw no boy against Ipswich where no lead 2-1 and Ipswich bet United last 5 games we winning 1 pe against Barnsley EFL. They are king na draw against Palace, draw against FC20. Tottenham 3-0 that's last week and on the Porto so ball 3-3. Into United any form going into this game. But last season United visited Villa no. Omo share 2-1. And 2 games in normal ball last season United picky victory if we these 2 games now going into this game say okay last season na Villa home den pa but mutimi ko picky 2-1 victory so in this game is one thing I say United and Ura Eric Ten Hag person cheer the United faithful say ejuma no omungu sunfama na ejuma no betima so ejuma no maya. This is the game also prove it because last season eko picky 2-1 victory the 3 points Villa home. This is one game also picky but Villa on the other hand beating Bayern Munich more one of the exciting we young chap to say John Duran him say oba into games or adding more into the game. United into this season a struggle in the latter stage of their game. Say be a free 70th minute copy 90th minute and they do be a more shaky kakra. This is the time John Duran and so it didn't agro because those are the minutes onya utimi convert so the conversion rate to the strikers for Premier League per minute on the dash row. So this is a game Aston Villa Bell Madrid said they'll be picking the maximum point to also chase the league because and yet Ipswich draw normal boy and Kayebo Ubo table said the other first and Kabebo Aston Villa did some normal first but draw no picky and 82 points I went to me the top 4 in today's a vital game when him say United you need a good form or Bernard Dreams or Besho United. So going into this game on MYBET.AFRICA 1.5 and over 2.5 in this game because both teams now conceding the EPL. Both teams in Sushego. Aston Villa ne per game ratio 2 goals or more. United on the other hand so the per game ratio on both sides and 2 games or more. Into game we 1.5 on the safest side but 2.5 yeah likeliest option a bit mabo. Aston Villa win or draw and so bit mabo because this season Okuta one of the good form after Olusu against Arsenal no Olusu game biom into Okuta a good form Aston Villa win or draw and so likely in this game. Into MYBET.AFRICA Villa win or draw and over 2.5 in this game or both team to score in Subetimabo. The last game I mentioned Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. This season Chelsea after the international break no Chelsea about 5 games winning 5 games nini na. So we run to the league in Europa. Chelsea one of the teams can in the EPL CC I don't mean your moon to change because goal scoring even though say so more concede but goals or masha per game a minimum of at least 3 goals in a game. So we the Bournemouth game that was the first game after the international breaker. We team making sure say every game a minimum of 3 goals in this game. Nottingham Forest is so one stubborn club in the EPL. Picky vital point away oko Liverpool share Liverpool 1-0. Se ohwe on Chelsea last season oba Stamford Bridge share Chelsea 1-0 so at send your Liverpool. So this is a vital game Emma Ura Enzo Maresca say must had any repeat because Nottingham Forest obesity back anyone ball now kopem say do the latter stage of the game no it match that crucial goal no defend it. But with Chelsea 5 wins in a row with the 5 wins, their minimum goal was against Bournemouth for share 1-0. No. I expect Chelsea to win this game. Chelsea to win this game and over 2.5 possible say BC what this game because Nottingham Forest Ura Odomano Nuno Bernardine say obesity back. And I say with Chelsea style of play no Obite Sancho Madueke Kopamamu say team ne city back and match Chelsea the room of playing more. So this is the time say more penalties, more balls into the way boxer at the corners ni nyama beba Chelsea beat menya the maximum 3.4 until Chelsea win in this game uko MYBET.AFRICA Chelsea win Chelsea also their more musumu edu ye pa 1.50 till ufa Chelsea win account selections one ebeko ye with over 2.5 into a likeliest option it may be because of Chelsea goal ratio in their last 5 games they scored 3 or more goals in my last 5 games. It's no so one thing I'll bet me ashel till list to this weekend me picks on EPL, Spanish La Liga, and also German Bundesliga any.
Right. Money man, you better say pa analysis out there ba. Vincent, Munafi. Yeah, me go so monitor say list no. Jiku has returned after or Messi the last 2 games, he has returned. And Abranti no Afro Isaac of Samates on your left back. So I think our left back issue, the coach want to okay, my main fan my bosso and fama yemprekum. The squad nini Lawrence Atizigi, Jojo Walcott, Frederick Asare, defenders Tariq Lamptey, Kingsley Chandler, Alexander Juku, Abdul Mumim, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Opoku, Alidu, and Gideon Mensah. Then Isaac Afo. Midfield, Thomas Partey, Ibrahim Sulemana, Majid Ashimeru, Lasho Usu, Mohamed Kudus, Ibrahim Osman. Ernest Tunyama has returned.
Okay.
Ishaku Fatao, Antoine Semenyo, Jordan Ayew, Joseph Pinto, Brendan Asante, and Inaki Williams. So these are the squad they face my mention and fan 2 platforms so a man for do na be hu dey connect there but so basically the changes no Shedan no so because Schindler was part of the last squad Abranti Efeno Alexander Juku and I return anyway.
And Gideon Mensah, sorry.
Yes, Gideon Mensah returning as a car for a boom, and Nyama has returned, and I think more now. Yeah. So yes, the changes now. So we have a so.
Yeah.
It's Yemra Amanon 7 Munafi. Yeah, Konafi, Yabafi.
Yes. Listo. Yan share for I think say Menra Europa League no one say United game no me predict say a full-time draw because I didn't see this United side or Porto because Porto team no at their home grounds on the list to over 20 games they're unbeaten.
Yeah.
And I didn't see this United team winning there despite the fact say no me who say United Eddie can cry a share, I still believe that Porto was going to do a comeback and they did that very well because from a 2 goals lead, pana or better my show they list to Ayana sometimes I have him, but kudos to Porto right, Samu and say listo. I think that it's hard time I'll say it's me time in a conversation about Chelsea scouts,
Yes.
Me or more technical directors because we feel all the players who were linked with Chelsea and Omatoma team, players are potentially they have good talent because at the time Samu Omorodion deal about Chelsea, we saw how people were trolling the guy. We saw how Anania Meko a lot of things are Adnan Kone. Some of them in technical HSB of course were contracts anymore, and also they are hiring. But it's hard time say about Basu because these 2 strikers are. Before the season, I'm only come on to Chelsea in the day.
Or Chelsea and commercial.
And I make us say talent identification in there.
Oh, because
they are doing very well. If you check, Mranti Amako Scati from America, from Brazil, from Colombia, any all these young guys are Nyame Adom Mbabe joining team. They've been doing very well, and I think say Samuel Morodion, other guys, no, they've earned their place and they deserve whatever they are. They are getting. But next game, no, Nyame Adom weekend.
So in this case, now Chelsea needs a goal poacher, a different profile from
Jackson
in Kuku. So if you check Omorodion, Duran, and Osimhen, so 3 players. Why not Chelsea? Why not also Chelsea to me sign?
But listo, with all due respect to, these players are Womodino. With me, I still think say all these players, if they come out, so all the players here Bomodina, so mobile, I don't see say any player will be able to bench Nicholas Jackson and Nkuku. Whoever comes in will be a third option for these strikers, because coach Namanaye, Wamanaye, obvious say ni team no baby what positions be have 2 in the front terrain, no, or say Jackson and Nkuku as number 9, and maybe sometimes you are Felix, depending on the situation at the camp or how you want to approach the game. Need 2 number 9s, no, Jackson and Branton and Nkuku.
So maybe say a player with a different profile from Jackson, and he has a different profile. Just a player, no, only Jackson never born in the
yes.
So in the course of the season, and also in the course of a match, if they need, and if you look at all the players,
the same
similar trait, as they are all very good with their back at goal.
Yeah.
What
like
they
a poacher,
are
no?
more like a target men. They are also goal poachers. Why not obey them? Because Jackson, not Jackson or not Chelsea.
Yes.
So it means that they need a player with different profile from the 2 players, and said Jackson and Nkuku was similar style.
Yeah.
So the next person will be different player. And maybe just almost 3 no. Why now feel it as a why now feel it obetumi aba be den aba be solve this problem na Chelsea person solving in terms of say create more chances they will get somebody
to convert
or be convert it now.
Yes. Question them metal, but I mean person say me to me there with this Chelsea current squad I don't see say, but with me I think say John Duran will be the perfect fit because of the experience in the Premier League. And you see, I think say on moment minim Omorodion I want to verify Omorodion age, but I wanted to compare the age factor. 21 and John Duran 20 years. John Duran 21, right? And last season who John Duran how Opeke the Premier League by storm. The little minutes Obenyano, he scored goals, and currently I have not seen any striker in the Premier League or a better goal ratio than Branton and John Duran. So with John Duran's side of play, no, and now with the especially the experience in the Premier League, because we are Chelsea targeter. Akwaku say, if you can't win a trophy, just secure a spot in the Champions League. And you see, listen, before beat me, I secure a spot in the Champions League. You have to be part of the top 4 team in the Premier League. So which is Adia here team in the pass. So with me, I think that John Duran will be a perfect fit for Chelsea than Branton and Samu Omorodo. But I also think that there are other strikers elsewhere. Komoba team a new mobile about like Branton and Victor Goyes with Sporting CP. He's also another striker.
Also to say we are Jackson.
But so or
Chelsea share like a taller person, someone who will be like aerial duels in the box. Unse Jackson about like crossing, being aerial, winning aerial duels.
But
I think John Duran a perfect fit. John Duran deal nimpo true, but on the other hand, in draft Fabrizio Posti say the only thing that stopped Duran from not moving to Chelsea, Gallagher accepted we Aston Villa offer the amount because it was a swap deal between Gallagher and John Duran. Now Chelsea Beji, then Gallagher goes the other way back. Gallagher na accept offer, maybe offer the more no as a player and so ne of him. In Kenya side anka maybe John Duran this season ke who the performance we Emma Chelsea mum, but maybe January and summer maybe a Chelsea beko for Nibi.
Yeah.
But say the price tag never cost.
And you Victor Osimhen.
No, I think Victor Osimhen is here. No, I think said the way now confirm because of what happened in the transfer windows. No, Chelsea for quite so I say bufu ebe mukaka because omu movie almost staffs from England to Italy to try to convince the player. But now it's in Yamanko. The only thing that will bring Osimhen to Chelsea here, the agency factors is seeing him and an agent factors is seeing him. So not agent in an air courses are confusion in a basisia only ho. And then the performance wise in so Galatasaray then so beche. If performance need do the level at Chelsea a pair, normal say or the same numbers or what said Jackson, then there is no need of spending another 100 million on another striker bill. But Duran at this time, Minjin this Chelsea Benyan for 35 senior Nasamanum down because of performance I will put it. Into Chelsea Beko for Duran they are then meaning said they are going to spend almost 70 to 80 on him. But the time no Chelsea for be or my dreams on betuya say 70 to 80 no at this time because now no make sure so no bano in Kunkuni Jackson one needs to be shifted to another role in the front three. I know so say boy ni na be jina coach ni so eso ni analysis.
Right.
Yes.
Matches in him.
Yes. So I think the weekend we been exciting games are this weekend. Yeah, Premier League. There's a lot of games I because sober. My men started with other league centers and I mean from baby or Premier League. And there will be games I because of Marcel and youngest but sound sooner there a lot of games because we across the league champions but the Premier League. When I say, I'm starting with the La Liga. Real Madrid and Villarreal bebo. You see, after the shocking defeat, 36 games unbeaten now Madrid bar and end on Wednesday night. Abra Lille show when it was there. I think say a hard dream because Madrid losing to Lille, Abra more unbeaten run. It was something. How some of the players was a huge wake up call to the team, and you see. My team no both yepa more than a day near before the was Villarreal game no. It's going to be an interesting game. But looking at Villarreal so he's been in the last games so far Waluzu just once that was against Barcelona. But aside Barcelona game no Waluzu win 3 and our draw 1. So it means that he's also getting some points in the league. If say one of the big guns in the he doesn't lose, he doesn't drop all the points against the opponent. And this time around, they lost 5-1 or more home to Barcelona, and I don't see Villarreal picking a point. Santiago Bernabeu. The last time at Villarreal, Real Madrid, was Santiago Bernabeu was last year 2023. Madrid. 3-2 was a shocking result. Chukwueze and near Branton and the Eddie Morales and the boss goes now that day. Nigerian international number 2 goals are more Epanishi Madrid in that day. So I think Vinicius Junior and so Ebogo and 1 on goal so Ebaye. So I think that Madrid has to redeem themselves after some Mabisha this side. I think that it's going to be a straight win for Madrid after the defeat to lead over the midweek. I don't see Sevilla will beat me up any threat to Madrid. So it's going to be an easy game for Madrid. Nyame adoma watchna La Liga. Sounds so Nyame adoma Sunday. I think that another game and so be more La Liga no. I think the Barca and so be away against Alaves over the weekend. Barca and so elusuye. And you see that game against Osasuna and so there and also a huge wake up call to Barcelona team after the coach in the bench some of the key players, and right now looks like Hansi Flick Barca team but say if there are some notable players in the team, especially player this season, he's been on a fine form for Barcelona team. Na Branson there Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Branson and Lamine Yamal. If they are not in the squad, Kamea is a Barca team. No, it's just like Xavi team na last season or Muyusuno. So I think that with the right players for this game, I don't see Barcelona losing this game. They are going to score Alaves. Another huge game, Atletico Madrid and Villarreal team. Villarreal and as a Real Sociedad team. Real Sociedad this season they've been struggling. No a Munyan winning game and they got their first win against Valencia. And back here, this is now one of the teams that normally so unbeaten was Atletico Madrid, but humiliating 4-0 lost to Benfica. And I don't see Atletico Madrid losing continuously, but Real Sociedad no medical can say onya ne win against Valencia at home and no better than under discussion. So we game I mean, it's a win-win affair for all both teams. So, here we know both teams are coming up against each other after say Omolusu or games over during the midweek. I think it's going to be an interesting game, but then I don't see Atletico Madrid losing. I mean, again, despite some more win, I see. I mean, a double chance for Atletico Madrid, but we should expect a lot of goals. Both teams to score in the 1.5 goals in this game. So at least to Meka Kopiemo Italy. Nyame adoma game is because so. Juventus ebetimi a continue in the fine form no Thiago Motta by at least more budget over the midweek in the Champions League Omunya red card, but they still had the chance to win the game and be about Juventus in Thiago Motta so I think say if there's any team who is going to challenge Inter Milan for the Scudetto this season, I think say it's going to be Juventus team. They are doing incredibly very well, and I think say I don't see a chance a Cagliari team no ebet makwa share Juventus, so I'm straight win for team and the Juventus. Milan any Fiorentina game no game ebe hard win ye pa because Milan this season they are struggling, and last 5 games are Milan are in 3 and lose 2. It's going to be a there ebe ho mu ye pa, but with Fiorentina so we lose just once and playing at home this season Union and lose at home, so I don't see AC Milan going to score Fiorentina. And the investors, that is one game I think that they should avoid if they can't go for goals in any other option and they want to go for a win for AC Milan. One game I think they should avoid weekend way. It's going to be an interesting game, but then if Milan win, it's going to be a turning point for Milan in this season. Serie A or more, but Inter Milan before Torino. This season they are topping. They are on the 4th on the league log with 11 points. Napoli and lead table though, and with Inter born on by this season, I think this season so after a more lineup and so many injuries are setting on team. I don't see say Inter beat me Alusu to Torino. If Torino last games on my they won just twice, and it's going to be something a bit hard. Inter 2 games on my they've not been able to win a lot of games. So more winning just 2 games so far this season in their last 5 games on my ball, and with this game on mobile home it's a huge win for them. The last time Torino share a year Inter Milan was I check several years, some years ago, and I'm multi share Inter Milan. I think that was 2016, and Torino caught Inter Milan. Backyard so it's going to be a straight win for Inter Milan. I'm Bundesliga no Bayern 0 for Leverkusen and hosting Kiala also over the weekend and midweek no a win in the also a win in the Conference League. I think Bayern 0 for Leverkusen are going to continue their incredible form this season. Their last 5 games they are unbeaten. They met Bayern Munich away Allianz Arena mutimi pick a pointer is going to be a huge factor for them coming back home. I don't see hosting Kiel causing upset for them, but it's going to be an interesting game for them over the weekend. I think Bayern 0 for Leverkusen are going to carry the 3 maximum points. Bayern Munich after dropping points to Bayern 0 for Leverkusen, losing all the 3 maximum points at Villa Park after John Duran shared the late goal against them. I see Bayern Munich could be going guns blazing. They are going to pick all the 3 maximum points against Eintracht Frankfurt. Osha Omone Frankfurt Ayana emuya din kakra, but the last time Bayern called Frankfurt home, Frankfurt 5-1. Frankfurt 5-1 pa, and I don't see be elusive this time, so it's going to be a straight win for team and Bayern Munich. I expect both teams to score in this game, and I expect over 2.5 goals game way. So quickly now the Premier League, there's an interesting games also over the weekend. They can catch Chelsea be Nottingham Forest. Chelsea will form, so
to book a cry.
Into me saying, your form. Enzo Maresca.
Be to me see. This is in who's not time for us. Liverpool form.
But I'm trying to tell you, us never back Chelsea. Chelsea is going to win this game.
Start Chelsea be not.
Yes, me can cancel my bar. And you see, listo. Iron slots. I think a month for Adrian Yamba. So check it. Liverpool. One of our more greatest great managers on my coach team now. You mentioned Panyan Bill Shankly, you mentioned Bob Paisley, and then current name Obebo SO Club. All these managers they've done an incredible job for Liverpool team. Looking at Iron Slot's game, I think say Waba be the first ever Liverpool manager while winning 8 games of so far 9 games of winning, while winning 8. None of these great managers for Liverpool any team, yes, incredible achievements in my Liverpool team, and he's looking forward to say at least obey to me. I keep on the momentum, but game on my bona after say Kopanya din Eddie Glassen ebe joining Crystal Palace team last season. They were doing very well. No more goals, Mateta, only say, but this season only say free team. This season, they are struggling. Say on beating me and win. In fact, their last games omunyan win game. They are one of the teams that normally winless until say Babechi Crystal Palace. Mukakwa Chitman over the weekend. Magui. Akwakwachi Ababeshe Sago no the only win this season, and I don't see say meet me Akwakwachi Liverpool. So I think say with Iron Slot in mind, and this season I think they've lost only 1 game. That was the upset and Nottingham Forest at the Colosseum with a goal from Abranta and the Callum Hudson or Mushe, and I think say Liverpool are going to win this game by hook or crook. As Nane Southampton so one of the teams this season omunya winning game, and Arsenal they are unbeaten at Emirates Sports Stadium. I'm not sure Kai Havertz in this game going to be a huge factor for Kai Havertz. Almost last 4 games of matching in Kai Havertz at Emirates Stadium, and if he's able to score against Southampton, he's going to be the first player after Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So Beshe 5 goals consecutive at Emirates Sports Stadium. Arsenal from this season, and they almost go normal sense motto. They are becoming one of the they are becoming one of the teams and I say so mbe consider go pano ana ayedin pa. So I think that it's going to be an interesting game for Arsenal. They are going to win maybe a 3-0 4-0 win at the Emirates Sports Stadium, and I think another game measure so United and Aston Villa listo, they are unbeaten in their all competition. That is their last 6 games, and in the Premier League listo winning lose just 1 game, and United any pressure down also. And you see, if Ten Hag lose this game, possible say the Ineos name United hierarchy ebet me as a key coach against Porto onya a 2-goal leader name still otna ho be share na he took Harry Maguire late equalizer, and a man a point from Portugal or the Bafie. And this is an Aston Villa team who share Bayern Munich Villa Park, and almost last game someone but normal lose 1 game, just they lost to Arsenal. And if United is going to score Aston Villa, they have to play they have to play more than how Arsenal boy. And I think say that is one thing a very hard among. But this is Ten Hag. Anytime be a United for a man the momentum and so man ultimatum say your man 3 games 2 games on winning or try say man Madrid and Man City grad now no, they're keeping the job. It's going to be a dicey game. But with the facts and how both teams are playing, I think say the favorites on that day Aston Villa. But I mean, if United win, because this is Ten Hag or winning Edia CV Nejuma. Let's not forget say Bruno Fernandes made 3 match ban onya playing for now over 10 years, and he'll beat Messi kind of moment. It's going to be an interesting game, but I see both teams to score, and I see 1.5 goals in this game. But I mean, the likely winner Aston Villa. But if United win, list to Enyamama.
Okay. Right. Into that is games to me a room throughout. Yes, Utimu say yes, a movie to me I dem papa na Ndra Mumi and share yinum kakra. Conference League ni Europa. Maybe and check it maybe 2 matches bina yen share.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, my main share Enra games kakra also Europa League on say Enra medican catch say United game was going to be one thing now a very difficult among why I predicted a straight draw for them, but I also think say Bruno Fernandes medican say he's not a leader. He's not somebody who beats my leader in your team. If
I think he was unlucky. I think for the second.
Yeah. But you see, on say
high ball, right, but yes.
And even against
I'm not even talking about the second yellow card. List on say Bruno Fernandes, a player be Nibukin was really and you see most of yellow cards now Jini Nanya say be a waka player.
By
Complaining. Any indisciplined actor mostly player no either at the air field of play. And it's a list to if we are captain, not always would your mount a friend and your mount yellow cards, your mount all this a year. It doesn't help your team because as a leader, the card you could here against a year the over the weekend on the man is it was quite unfortunate so unya but ya pili NNA ya just animal last season Bruno Fernandes in 9 yellow cards. And I mean most of the game he was the captain of the side. And he's as a captain out of 35 games. Now we have 9 bookings. I think they are hard. You know, already this season we have 2 yellow cards. So he's a player sometimes. He complains, you know, they affecting because sometimes Obeka some indisciplined acts. Now Obeka card. Then Obeka foul be I mean, it was a good foul for your team. Near another like now watch record. So I think say I mean he was unlucky over midweek, but I think say Portugal Mrante no Samu ne Pepe goes no munya and it was something I mean United near 2 goal lead. I think say I knew say Porto was going to do a comeback, but as a teamer Moluzu all this while teamer pressure that must say nanka mako kwenye 2 goal lead playing against Porto no I expect say United at least commit me a protected goal. It was something I'm born but I think say Menuano Porto Mrante no they've able to defend their unbeaten record or home grounds and so yeah but you see Ghana Mrante me boy after say since 2013 at Fsburg elbow or more Europa League no say Europa League, you know, for the past years, no, I'm try. I will Sweden League, the Omagia to associate. I think for the 5th time, I'm about Europa League, you know, and then I share. I brought in Michael Bede. Once the last beat, I can ask him say he's one of the players. I think say who share your squad after say. Daniel Kofichi if you need an attacking midfielder because Daniel Kofichi him say he's that number 8 number 10 but before Babe joining Freiburg ni team on born as a first 9 even Freiburg sometimes never born as a first 9 he's that type of player and I think say he's one of the players are not here miss or assistant when I was expecting say and can call up no maybe in Canadian Babal maybe after the Sudan double header no yeah he can get a call up to the team and he scored the only goal he captained the side and he's used to prior to Fsburg Europa League qualification no Michael Bedu shared 3 goals. He provided 3 assists and even scored the only goal Munya qualification about a league anymore. And I mean he's been one of the best. He's been the best player for Fsburg last season. And I see across all competition in 33 games so far at least to Obama Fsburg team no we share 24 goals. We share 24 goals, 14 goals and 7 assists, which is incredible for Abrante no. And it's who team so Abrante and Eddie Terriegbe. 3 Ghanaians send a voting men boy. I mean getting that historic I mean win over a decade over 13 years and a Omobabesha Roma which is also a side or a traditional club is a big club and Omunya Daweno Boras Arena and I think it was an incredible feat and Ukupio Madina giant screen and now baby Abrante free Madina Estate one park no bobo hono my boy giant screen and I mean ni friends over the years they were watching and sharing the I mean this is one of the things football the sometimes when you mobina or professional football I mean some of the leagues are not moving na mo share e wo fie na o share na or share winning goal amanitima ayana one of those things football and so e bet me e dey no Rangers shocking me listo on se na no metina kasa anhwekra na samatex it's me appeal ekobo na ma me kan say hwe Rangers and Celtic listo omoche has any hwan abiedin mu a hwede o musisi omo e was Scotland but omo ba Europa na ne mai how can you
teams a share Rangers Lyon a share name say
Lyon is struggling
Lyon Champions League
Lyon SM Lyon I mean or struggle this season.
Why na share Lyon or struggle?
Oh, Lyon who this season who struggle?
Team Ben share.
Now
team
Rangers
Ben into Beka se Madrid and so struggle.
Massa.
Na say Lee so share
Madrid. Santiago Bernabeu
Meba. Lee share Madrid. Monaco share Barcelona.
It's one of those things that happen but I don't know why
Celtic Rangers their own person is one of these things.
Yeah, they do these things. Celtic share pre-season we don't share Chelsea. She do say Chelsea. I guess they want before, but I mean, it's I know sometimes a hard thing. So who don't be Fred, you know, man say I don't know. I was I know hard. What I say, but I mean, Leon. I remember Leon Abaso. At least one say of late now Leon now or more bread no more break from last season na be ready season na more break but me they almost final move it almost last 3 games in the Europa League and almost last 2 games against Olympiacos omunya win and French League omunya win I think sa bomb nanka almost last 5 games before almost last 3 games no man winning just once but right now my final almost winning ways now bomb so I think say almost so yade medical can say Chelsea nya win no but FC20 so actually say United now on the board on wasn't just a fluke. They are doing something incredible in the Eredivisie, and this is a Fenerbahce side. They are coached by one of the coaches who have won it all in Europe. Jose Mourinho side, and they all picking a point. And I think say playing at home and getting a point in this idea. Obaka say be but I mean with the pedigree of Fenerbahce and especially the coach Amukoshi, and I think say they did very well. Listo.
Right.
Okay, Listo. Me share Tottenham game no, but me share Tottenham game no. Me bo Brennan Johnson abasopa. I think after the Arsenal game, our fans need to go ne so ekasa e call ni social media that in the Instagram page e ko kika nsem channel to the extent say or deactivating account impo on that particular day. Emoye na dwen say or twin humpo free social media because the abuse coming from the fans ne edo super. From that game no, Tottenham about 5 games to indra game no mo boy no. Washe goals woni ni na mo. Showing say ampa to see on the performance improving the Spurs game. Omobo game against Brentford or Shegu, against United, against Garibag Muno Shegu. And this is one thing as a player, it do be abuse nebeba, but wafane say yes or chin who if you want concentrate on adia club ni tuya ni kaso onye that is playing the football and scoring the goals. I name him say in his last 5 games with Timashe goals. And as I won the last 5 games in so Spurs in so last 5 games. Omitima pick the 3 points in all their last 5 games. Say Europe, say Premier League, say EFL, Omitima pick the maximum 3 points and now the maximum qualifications are warm. Now Osha Spurs team no in drag game now they did well going away to get 3 points vital. You name himself with this new format abano. More of league table. Intini either say ukwa away ubo homo enye se ulusu because ulusu one game in your subsequent games to come ne be affect you because ebedu baby no ube hia that 1 point pe e dey real top 8 no man kasa game na ukobo ukotwefa abulusu ye no eno ne be how ama wuntimi nwem so Tottenham for Europa League ni serious. Yenim say on last game to this one, omunya red card impo etimi pick the maximum win ewo home. Into this season, I think say coach Angie etima sanyama ba kumino after the Arsenal defeat. Emma sisi anyama akoyi sisi ehwe omo next game say eba so a unim say their next games omo bebon they are meeting some good clubs to say Brighton this weekend. Obo Brighton we are bebo West Ham and so no akọ Europa biom. Akoshia EZ any omabo after that Obebo Palace. So these are games are vital my coach so team na adwin say to make the Tottenham fans because me kai say pre-season ya ba start season or kai say ono the second season be oje trophy. So ampa he's leaving the bill after the Arsenal game no with me winning the next 5 games the next 5 games coming up very crucial. Emo on City EFL nso ewom into bet me win trophies EFL FA Cup the Premier League any the Europa League and the dan anime so win into these are some of the fixtures ebeboa am bet ma pick so to me e win EFL against City na chese ampa o making a stand say ampa trophy no bet match because City standard say about this EFL competitions any Carabao competitions na the next game I measure Chelsea Enzo Maresca memfa ne say or the team B in quote and on the board this particular game because 11 changes from the league game or boy against with Brighton or a full change to the squad from goalkeeper to the last man on the pitch. But utimi hu adeba kwa mape ewo ne system mu say enye players on bebo ball no system ni wo ho utimu say obiati ade no mo bo ase say ndra say o hwe Chelsea game ma the goals are gent edi share no from errors ba ku mienu bia na hu say free players ba ku mienu bi ho etimi de mo mutimi de concede apart from that so hwe team play all round player bia contribution in the game vital from Vega to me fan say Felix to Nkunku to even your friend is George obey mu second half utum so obiati role e de amano ene ade ba ko e de abasobode kese e be ma coach because under 2 months now we team implemented this strategy and this system to the players obi aba team no ma ofiti pepepe ye de abasobode be because ye hu in clubs ye hu coaches in form aba Chelsea after some month omuka say as a jumani impossible because enkwala grouping them and teaching them nyama mu ye den but wetima momati say yes this is the standard I was setting ni post match oka say omo starting draw no enche say was starting draw until Sunday unye bimbo or share performance and the selections in say draw no obi mo who said they omo put a good performance in draw during the weekend on Sunday no mbetime nyo mo first Premier League start but we are Chelsea fan SMU eniji because utiminya 2 sets of team 211 players mo mutimi ball at the highest level mawa na che say injury imposi never say set A mu problem unio because the replacement in set B enzo prove because against Brighton no mo share 4-2 Indra against Genk o mo share 4-2 ye nenim say in their league game against West Ham omu share 3-0 against Barrow that was the weekend team B ni so be boy no omu share 5-0 so both sides my team ni goals this is one thing as a Chelsea fan and I also support Chelsea ade ba ko e be mo wani age because coach na approve say yes enye players ene bobo but those players ni contribution won but on also the system any gameplay bo ama nyama ko ya Indra in the Conference League but as December ko e wo ho ni say so Chelsea squad in the Conference League and I value Chelsea squad 1.6 billion in Chelsea squad no mukita no
okay
but so we Conference League teams na ebo na we Chelsea free apart from the 35 teams ebo o come money na squad ebo mo value 1.5 billion in the Chelsea squad ne pebo dey in the 35 teams o money o mo bo e Conference League we ma unze Conference League ya dey bia say Chelsea angia e dey same baby beba because
Enzo Mares can't manage Conference League no so pam no
there be untimi nkasa send the ball bibia timisi it is a one Conference League
no with the all kind because teams never no be any say Chelsea Giants
but one Conference League no Premier League o mo pam no
and they be my consider
hand to the turbo man intino with squad value ni nyama the Chelsea Conference League num clubs be wom to say Betis any other notable clubs be wom but I don't think say with standard at Chelsea won ombet me meet so Conference League night say easy part ma ora Enzo Maresca so bet ma pick first trophy ama third ball mu era we omo bayi it ma pick the first trophy ama onu so ekushi ni ye to the seasons ahead any nim to start ye senya bibia betima koye na injuries akese bi ntimi mbe ha ni vital players omo boa ne set ne dia betima bo Indra so Jules Briho so timinya ne first goal ma Chelsea na ne ni agi ye pa Chelsea fans ni bebre no more question Jules Briho transfer coming to Chelsea because no more feel say Chelsea were available with players in the middle on betima bo that particular role but na me hu ni say Enzo Maresca do Jules Briho by because so her style of player the vital position in infimfin ho ena no nso hwese bia na obeba na players we intima nte role na see papa so no he obi a onim system no to come and integrate the others but with intelligent players at Chelsea what say Enzo Fernandez Caicedo Lavia mo omutimi adapting them so Chelsea first game in the preseason against Wrexham any even games o maba utimu say first na it say players no as omo bobo no mwe fi omo say ese me ko gina ha basisi ana ba be natural omo na abo so just be aba be say squad player aboa team na ndo timi nya ne first go ma club na enim say goals ni bi so beba because sisi ano eba EFL ni Conference League games are starting tino Chelsea fans into omo bo mano na bibia betima akoyi I think in the Conference League ni Europa no with United game ni there Vicente Tachi ona na enim say this is the thing a bit messy but United fans so when your time am rally against we Eric Ten Hag I think the best solution for the club is on Bejane Kwan because intimi sisa Obama United no about 10 European games e win baako against Copenhagen apart from that we lose the Akin na draw enye United standard inti the best time I say United be take this the fastest as on be take decision e bo am as a club because e be do baby no o detail enye yi nyama betima jiego
right na and I swear this you almost say Modric so no.
Okay.
With a few performances against Barrow and
against Gent.
He's improving.
Okay, from Indra game ni dear me who say improvement abim because Indra even with na assist or the man Renato Vega ohwe ball ni a onya ball no ohwe pool no be any ho. He was able to delay a chance so beba and I heard the accurate of the cross to the player na just a touch because now the power ni bibia or cross him did that so position the ball. I think say Adeba Akwa Hamudrik I say decisions no and I'm making decisions any day. I say Odrin Yama Bibre in that particular time who dear Obepeke compared to Obite Sancho. So Sancho in games for Chelsea. Unyabo no nim di obabe and sample na we release the ball but Mudrik na think decision making ni hano. Edu baby of Feliso mami take player ni on. Edu baby so Feliso mami njina na ndi me pass na me movie. Ene Adeba Akwa hano but I think under a coach like Enzo Maresca with competition in so club no. Or now me nka say bia idea o ma shato but from now to January eso timi prove say ampa obetima ka squad no mo obema we a friend is saying Sancho competition but when timia na January Chelsea be o ma dwen send the de ne be Cologne etima herself with minutes on a ebia a different club ebetima boa but ebia Chelsea so betimi ne Dortmund etimi de na Cologne or Dortmund and the German league I think that German league is more of a relaxed league kakra ebe boa no nti ebia with that say improvement in man body I think alone ebe boa as a player but in draw any Barrow game I think he's improving because usheni in-game player in draw Enzo Maresca Jano on the field against Barrow I hear so but we Jano for the 90 minutes a chance who bibia he was excited about it I think he's improving.
Okay. Right. Inti we ne ultimate say yes. I'm on nsama na yetumi dia bro na yenko local stories nim and the local stories no the Blasters yenhwe ne yenfanhwe game no are these players the players to stop and I say to beat
Sudan
to beat Sudan.
When Black Star call up, I think we can minjin this ABI betima bo player for bidding if we be a baby betim deny place. I think the last call up nine issues here from the left back and nine left back ni empoye kasunka Baba man betima bimba with Baba man no wamayati asisi ano person training who free Black Star ni kaka concentrating on the club side ebia in the future no beba ababe boama team netimako but so Sudan team no coming into this game on my last 5 games we lose 2 pair we need 3 in last 5 games we need 2 about draw 2 lose 1 on these 2 clubs on an average Sudan a higher way but in him say Ghana they do crucial game say and but with a call up and I think everything here and every player mentioned here good for the team Bibia Bejina coach line up how they be going into the game and in the structure and in the system they be about the particular game because me GD say we are seeing my player bia or waha with the club or bono enye bad Ndra me Shimeru last minute or be move for Anderlecht against Rosso say that the performance now high kakra with Ubit Salisu Eshegu Emma Monaco during the Champions League Thomas Partey performance and so on the club side Jiku Omuni na put up the good performance on club I think Obiaye okay even player this season apart from them Bibia was surprising me pa Antoine Semenyo because the performance in the EPL Sisiani there top because of even changing his position I didn't about wings the goals even on my last game against Southampton the way ultimate handle ball a dribble a share a particular goal and even to the extent of giving an assist in that game one thing I think said these are vital players say Otoado it's me STAPE to their style of play from their club side Ebeboami etimejan the maximum 3 points home and away against Sudan but apart from that I think the call up their problem behind who play a B or wahabia deserve so bewaha with their performance club side any BBR I think BBR a better thing because you Brendan Johnson even against Spurs Otimi share goal so on so one striker coming into this game as Otimi some minutes it me prove sampa obetimi aboa the Black Stars of Ghana.
Right. Look, I was saying to me, room goalkeeping department. You see, I was saying to me have a conversation
on the goalkeeper.
Yes,
but see, at the moment, no, I don't think. Okay, I think this time the goalkeepers of From two pair.
3.
Okay, 3. Okay, yes, 3.
Walcott.
Yes.
Walcott.
And Isaac Afu.
Atizigi Dabi. Lawrence Atizigi. Jojo Walcott.
Okay, Frederick Asari. Yes. But to say at the moment, you share your goalkeeping department. Those are Atizigi on the club side or put up good performance. We share any ratings on the club side or put up good performance. But I think sometimes the team play and kasa to me affect individuals. Eba Bibiama say na enhwe obi to say Mohamed Kudus last season good performance Emma West Ham, but this season with a new coach new system, and I'd say the performance in do the highest peak I say I expect. So sometimes team play it me affect. It's a team ni jelly na performance ni cause our goalkeepers ni so a bit me put up the good performance abwa. Sometimes I am who say we goalkeeping defensive line one good factor I boama goalkeeper it me show ni abilities ye ne hu obi Raya or Brentford but me consider goals be an expected, but with Arsenal with a good defensive structure and a good defensive pairing omujina nenimni e show the best. So sometimes we go keeping there. I don't think semi war issues kakra, but I think the team structure and set up here will see the best out of Atizigi.
Okay. Right. We can share
with defense. With defense, and so I think Cecilia Jikuabe back. So I think the pairing will be Jiku and Salisu as our main one. I think we may build a partnership from the World Cup to the AFCON in Yama. So that partnership we can move forward. Abdul Munin, and so after our last game, no, you name himself with Eros Kakre leading to goals, but with the club side, we put up good performance. After the international break, go be Emma the club, that was one of the best goals. Metimaka say a particular Liga goal of the month. Maybe on Bet Media account. So his performance has been good. With Seydou, with Gideon Mensah Abadi, meaning inside the left back position or be occupy that position. Now maybe within Seydou any Terry Lamptey or Bernard Jones or Bepe or Be Yiba for the right side. But depending on the setup a coach in the Beko. So with maybe in our subsequent videos, we go full into the setup and send your person in line up in the cover. On this game between those two, Yen said they give us two profile, but we are more defensive. Say yen strict with defense, but we are more offensive for the baby Rebecca game. So it depends on the coach, then the structure. So me back in fin Thomas Partey a DMB best starting. Untimi said Thomas Partey as the captain of the team. Untimi ntina been to Partey, but me who say now no we Ibrahim Sulemana Abba. With Elisha and so Ewaha and Ibrahim Osman. These are some of the players a coach Betima pick it from. Nina and I make say Nina be depending on the day, because I don't think say with playing at home and playing away, he put up a two different set of structure, because Ubo home it was sending our best structure team any away. Okay. But with Ubiti say Thomas Partey home and away he would get a chance. But Elisha Wusu one player coming in some of our games will prove say yes obetima about that particular role. So I think only Thomas Partey pairing betimi akoye, because who Thomas Partey name where your friends say Ashimeru pairing, but now it was a bit shaky. And I think only Elisha Wusu on that side, and so Ebeye maybe with Kudus in front of them in the 10 row or the AM row. But on our wings, no, I think where your friend is saying Semenyo should be on the right wing position. Semenyo should be on the right wing position. And Fahone way, because we prove game in, game out in the EPL with goals. Actually, say the right wing position, a position where he's comfortable playing. In Tinoma, Coach Otoado and share that particular thing. If you want to get the best out of Semenyo, the right wing position, NSA or occupy, because Wachese Ampa on the right wing, he is good. He can be able to create chances and score goals from that particular side into right wing position, no, or making sure say or the bemano no it might feel comfortable. Tell say your born for born mama leading the line, no, between Jordan and Brendan Johnson or Brendan Asante one thing I make sure say obit my man a chance because against Spurs, me sure say game no the performance was top. Or a more of a poacher being in the those maybe with height ni nyama say maybe aerial duels ni nyama emboa, but me who more of that style of Aguero style of striker. And he uses physicality, making sure say or convert chances. So maybe the home game or the away game, also timinya chance, etimi show up. Inaki Williams, Atletico Bilbao, I started from the left winger. In him say his performance has been good with giving assist and nyama. I think say on also bet my beam with Jordan or you depending on senior coach in the put here, but I think the call up good. Every position at least 2 players on bet me abwa, so the coach would put up a structure and share. So these 2 games a vital point mine, the 6 points and you see it. We can't go anything away from 6 points. Your board run you lose any of these games are a bit high in our next games. I think the squad there good. I don't know any player be a major say be a meeting never be replace you be. I think the setup good. Nina Bejina coach and any information and the tactics on that particular day.
Right. Yeah,
listo. I think the Osha squad now, especially the only new player when you're in the first call up in the Samate's left back. Obekaya, after say me free Summer boy by Meka say Isaac Afu. I mean a delight to watch against Vision FC. I think say on Tuesday me Meka say the player is very good and Nyamwa say when you call up he's a good left back and I hope say when you this call up no Emma ni chumunye there, and I think say with Gideon Mensah or if he when you the chances no so eba maybe he can be the player because who several times we've seen local players more chance or more live up to the expectation. Player like Steven Adams, mainly Adimoni, a lot of players been the opportunity. Every board the Black Stars ebony. So I mean kudos to Branty and say when you call up. I mean in the CAF Champions League at Summer Tessie Boy, Moshe 1 goal, he provided 1 assist, and last season, I mean he was one of the key players for. So I mean Summer Tech. So but it's with the goalkeeping department, and I think say looks like Kotoko goalkeeper Freddy Kasari, Dani, I mean an integral part of the Black Star squad. Because this is the 3rd timer when you call up, despite the fact that Onya NKP any of the matches, but he's been keeping the post, and I think that Atizigi for recent times near who say on air number 1, and if he's not there, it's going to be Jojo Walcott and maybe Ryan and Richard Ofori and your team. So if maybe say or no coach in your retire and free team, maybe Richard Ofori will be a squad, but we currently I think that Loris Atizigi the fair choice goalkeeper, but Num goes pan and now we're sharing 6, but he's on a fair choice. So I think that with the goalkeepers in the I don't have any goalkeeper in mind. Say Bianco Bits my replace Tarek Lamte, Kingsley Schindler, Alexander Jiku, Abdul Mumin, Mohamed Salisu, Jerome Opoku, Alidu Seidu, and Gideon Mensah and Azekafu. Osha in this team your left backs 2 and your right backs 3 and Alexander Jiku are back. So right now center backs no pair no your 4 center backs I see, and I see with the inclusion of Branton Nickens and Schindler no I think say with the double head and Nana but maybe in beat him there for another player but I mean he's a player both left side right side it's me boho. I mean most of the games grab my Black Stars call used to both free left side. And he's a player who call a club side. I mean, most of the times, I'm bono as a right wing back, and I sometimes come to the midfielders. No, sir, I'm both 4-4-2. Sir, 4 midfielders no more. I'm man at the right side. So when they are attacking, or no as a traditional number 7 anymore. Then if they are defended, not Bababeshimo. So I think say with the defenders, I think say quite cool. I mean, Medican Kasa is a careful. Ebenezana and I'm messy out on the squad, but right now left back position we've been struggling. You say last time you're afraid Benezana Emma Ali Seidu, a Kuriachina Ali Seidu, and then left back also. It tells you that maybe the coach still needs new legs or left side because you who say Otuado buy no nanka play na boy Barbara man, but he's also not ready to play for the national team. So if Gideon Mensah is coming, I think say is also okay for them. But with the midfielders, no, I might think say Ibrahim Sulemana as in area squad name. He is the face and in the midfield, no, the future. And once say Otuado squad no anything in, he's been calling young players from time to time. Senior players need be free ma. Even who's a players need be I think say Ibrahim Sulemana. Of course, Atlanta no after some few games no ankle injury, but I don't know if they will clear him to come and play because this is a boy. He was playing on about Black Stars and acquire Ubinya ankle injury. So I don't know if a Beko say a better player be not later on it. Send a year for us now man quad say or prayer now later sounds to be free I don't know, but Sulemana no a player be the number 6 role now pesa obi someone who is good on the ball, someone who can defend and break the lines for us. No, he's one of the key players. I also beat me boy Thomas Partey and again Majida Ashmeru another call up under Otuado. He's very happy say when call up under Otuado because now Otuado first time at Black Stars he wasn't part and Otuado by so he wasn't part until later friend about but Medican say the maker ne profile no one of the profile now missing for so long say a player who will be the transition between the defenders and the attackers now missing pass someone who can drive through or the ball bit me have running into spaces finding players no was something and I am so Ashmeru inclusion here very good. He's been playing week in week out for Anderlecht despite the fact say onya starting spot and on board the full 19, but whenever he comes in, whatever he does on the pitch, incredible. Elisha Wususo, from Auxerre or near Branton Gideon Mensah in the French league. He is one of the key, members for Auxerre team in the French league. Also, I think so a good player. I think that he's also someone for recent times in the inclusion in the Black Star squad Mohamed Kudus. On the make especially a Black Stars squad now we or no any Thomas Partey they are the first two players on the team sheet so obvious, but I'm happy for Ibrahim Osman also joining Feyenoord no over midweek or making a Champions League debut then he did very well and I'm sure although he couldn't score for them the first game no I think that our squad but he want me and see Akayamo and then none on the start here he made the most dribbles on the pitch and the most because it tells you that on the right side of Hono if you give him the ball say explosive finger be able to dribble because right now we now have Kamadin in the squad and if we need another young winger say the yen dribble na yen create chances for my other strikers now he is also one of the players almost a bit me so I think that I'm happy for Ibrahim Osman and next year also I get it back to the team. He's also struggling at the club side if Fatau is Aku and so after some time he needed time to secure his position or Leicester no I think that decision or Leicester but see after Steve Cooper bar Leicester this season Ishaku and a lot of minutes proud to the first start of the season now all born now she goes right now he's not getting some minutes and I think that the informed player currently he's been scoring for fun on Inaki Williams their goals and their goal involvement all these two players Inaki and Abranta and they've involved in 11 goals so far this season. I think they are the best attackers so far in squad in Brandon Thomas Asante and so he's been scoring in the championship and also especially in the EFL like this against Tottenham Hotspur also and a share goal more and Joseph Pent also one of the experience so far wingers I have from in the name of Ibrahim Osman and next to Mane Shahakun. I think he's the most experienced player in the wingers so far when I think say Orban every man in minutes because against Sudan they play very well and if you don't have explosive wingers so make take players on idea behind you pass so with the squad in there I think say I was expecting player needing the Michael Bedu. I was expecting him but I think say after the call up Bobby Bisa coach or to others had one free player and in response and they say the Premier League is tougher than Sweden League so if you have Jordan or if you have Fatawi Sahakumu Ewumuna I don't know why a coach in Kasaya. Maybe the question was like why maybe Jordan Ayew or Fatawi Shako is in the squad, but question now response never is a coach not say the Premier League is tougher than the Sweden League, so maybe, but it doesn't tell us ye players are from a Premier League. Does it mean say we don't have any other goalkeeper on Susi account on here? Can obey be replace Abraham the Freddy Kasari. Does it mean say Ghana Premier League no? A tough sign, Serbian League nana because this time around I'm afraid Abraham the Ebenezer 9 Does it mean say Anderlecht team no? They are under the team, you know, a big thing any other leagues because this is a national team list to whatever league I play anybody. Once the player is scoring, because even if say Sweden league now, Abrante no, goes no in the Europa League, say in Sweden league, or share Midland, Asia Copega and other teams are some of these are players and he scored 3 goals, provided 3 assists in Europa qualification, no, prior to the group stage. And against Roma, Paulo Dybala, Leandro Paredes, Mancini, Ejinemu, then the player scored the goal. He played, I mean, several minutes in the game. Until I think this excuse a coach in the mind, maybe he needs time to assess the player, or who say be player ne background. Say if so born as a number 10, there's a Mohamed Kudus or there's another players be more or be pick you more ahead of that player. No, the club side they're born as a first 9. But Black Stars you have Antoine Semenyo, you have Brandon Thomas Asante, you have Abraham Ding, and Inaki Williams. So you can't pick it, but give me the excuse all those scoring 24 goals in the Sweden league, 24 goals now Sweden league in Kwa. It be a Europe. So I think that sometimes Coach Otuado should come again, and maybe the player didn't get the call up. Now some of us say when you call up, but maybe the subsequent call ups, maybe he can get the call up into the squad. But saying say the Premier League is tougher than the Sweden league, something it shouldn't be, because if the player is playing, the player deserves to be called. And found winning league obo. Say player be bought Ghana Premier League. Now Oshe goes and you need a free banner. Or Osia Kamako Toka, you didn't call a friend saying a World Cup. Does it mean says that time no? Now Ghana League was tougher than the Syria A and Syria B. We are dropping off na job about qualifiers no. My qualified day player you feel say or Ghana League no form who deserve a slot. Yeah, the download equal. So what you say? So I think at least to squad need all these players, all these players once they are Ghanaians or mobile professional football, they deserve to get call up to the national team. But sometimes it shouldn't based on the kind of league but your players or mobile Premier League or mobile Spanish League this season. They won't mean any critique chance. Won't mean you any assist. So what is the impact of calling these players if you have another player playing elsewhere in the lower league and a league who coach hopefully say and yet tougher like the other top 5 leagues? Once the player is a Ghanaian playing, scoring goals, doing whatever as a player, no, we don't have to say yeah Obama team wins. He doesn't need to be called up. So for me, I think say squad need me who any surprise be the surprise is Isaac Kafu, and I think say we're in the sport the first ever call up Wenya and all call me one from Koya Goody. Right now you left back on the scene to the whole one of your positions all Black Stars in our baby I hear problem for recent years near a left back position. Got a band right back there. We have a lot of players. A band center backs. We have a lot of players. Midfield body be and wingers so you will be brave. The one position I had in your left back and as a for in your career, we check your recent collapse for the past 4 years. Baby, I have 3 players per year pan left back. Saying Barbara man and year been as an iron near free any other player. And I say the right back move enable from the left side. So I think say my Zikafo I in the sports or my thing say I don't know, maybe now when you want to man static but on training in mobile or on the coach, so this is a player for the future beats me I maintaining, but I mean I'm happy for Ibrahim Osman say all right. Also Abba squad in listo.
Yeah, share Ghana Premier League match day 5. House of Folk near Diana Stars bebo next 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Mediama and House of Lions, Brekum Chelsea, any Young Apostles, Asante Kotoko ne Accra Lions, Dreams FC, any Nations FC, Karela, any Samates, Vision, any Holy Stars, Bibiani Gold Stars, any Bichem United in Swatreman. any Legon Cities and the bebo. Share table now. Medium our standing game yet or 4 point or 9 pointer or that table in the top. Kotoko Tosumi or 8 points. Bibiani Gold Stars at also 9 or 8 points. Heart of Lions 6 points after 4 games. Nations FC 6 points. Samates 5 points. Samates was standing match ball. Brekum Chelsea 5 points. Also was standing match ball. Vision Young Apostles. Any Bechem United Omunina 5 points. And Oko 11 position and Karela 4 points. Holy Stars 4 points. And Accra Lions 4 points. House of Folk 4 points. Or that 14th position. Dreams FC was 3 points. 15th position. So at Reman was 3 points. 16th position. And Diana Stars 2 points. More 17th position. Legon Cities on an area. We fa the last 8 minutes in share games into Munchen 4-4 now. I feel share now be to enquire.
Okay, Mami starting free has any Adriana Stars game no. So here this season Adriana the performance any so cry because Adriana any enim there. So here this season the performance on picky winning poye, which is very very bad. Emma Adriana, but across of folk after losing to House of Lions no. I pick 1 win, 1 draw into our next game. But last season, Adriana has share no. Adriana share has home and away. Into she said this season, maybe Adriana, this is a game on the very revival season. But has on the other hand, then so she said they could keep on their momentum from the win to the draw. Maybe I pick another victory. Game we a very tough game Parma has, but with Adriana performance, no, Emma a bit easier. My coach Emma with this game, so to me pick the vital 3 points. A bit going forward, but Adriana needs to also come up because Adriana is there. This is not the performance or Modiama in the subsequent season. So this is one season. Say those are Nyama Nkoyi. Ushom games or Mabuboba. They are Omisha Young Apostles, Omisha Nations FC, any Bechem. These are games are on a normal day. Adriana Enyes or Mulusu. But Omutime Lusu games against Young Apostles, any nations are going into a game against us, a big game, Parma. So if they have to pick the maximum victory at Enyame, because has in team into a shaky kaka. So a very big game, and me imagines me miniashi game where Senia in Yamabeko because a very exciting game on both sides will be our ne bat on the side, but it will be a big game. Next game I'm sure Asante Kotoko, any Accra Lions. Accra Lions and so on the other hand, and so performance. Anko ye, Omuluso against Vision, but Mutimbe became good point against Karela. And in such a mind, that was a shocking game and more because with Accra Lions in such a mind last season, in such a mind Piquet 6 points free or more. In this game, with Milusu 3-1 against Accra Lions, I think a good start, mom, but Kotoko, you can league in Kotoko this season with the transfers in Yama a standard Kakao league. So we Samates Motuncha Obinza Kotoko and so put up some good results at airborne. This is a game Accra Lions last season of visiting Kotoko Timi Peke 3-2 victory so a big game mom to make sure say so ebe start your season year because say and baby no free and a game and this week fixture say kono. Nyama Shasie round 5 and you do know. From round 5 oko went man pick the maximum point vital places as well pick ya wasumbe shipa because kai say ye ko era 10 round 10 air corner nyama best sign hona league no free and game ne corner and a league table ne best settle into wood unenam asie ho baby a bad day so betima afro abasoro but this game who is a Kotoko be pick the maximum victory if we game way because against in so man we pick 1-0 so Kotoko those or moon share goals be this season but still maybe a 1-0 or 2-1 for Kotoko one thing I'm who this particular game measure Vision FC any Holy Stars. I think Holy Stars or more honeymoon period na bani against BBN Gold Stars or Mulusu against Medium or Mulusu. Vision on the other hand or with Legon Cities or ball draw Samates na a big game mom it's Miko Lusu or but on my last meeting between these two clubs no Holy Stars share Vision on this game Vision ibo home Vision for penny so but I don't think say they will pick the victory. I see this game to be a draw because Vision on my last those They say Obeshe Vision home, but I see this game to be a draw because both clubs in a newly promoted side. There's a time on Bishi home to media picky the maximum 3 points if you are more towards the big teams. But I think Holy Stars are to me share has. But Vision in the big game will share this season the summer test when man pick the maximum points. But I think this game would end in a draw. Intimate 3 picks are measured on this game with Asante Kotoko game, and I think Asante Kotoko will pick the win. Way in such a mind, any League One cities is the last game I measure on this game with League One cities this season almost performance and the same as in such a mind because League One cities in podium picky victory. And this has been something with both clubs last season be a picky 3 points on the home game or boy in such a mind League One cities 2-1 and League One cities also share in such a mind 1-0 on the return leg. But a big game Emma both clubs but in such a mind those a season in cool year I don't know say Africa no ebe show mu team bebre ntina ite concentration in your but see Africa ne free mu and me free Africa no more they need to concentrate from game week 5 ekono you can't be losing games sakike so as omo happy nyama no mu team make sure that this is a game last season they were home men lose so if they are to pick a maximum 3 points this is the game as omo pick the maximum 3 points etimi towards their next games on bebo because we share omo next fixture say ba emu edin kakra because obeko brekum oni brekum Chelsea ebebo home obeko Samates no Holy Stars and na wako the last game obeko akoshia Hearts of Lions. These are all tough games against team only neighbor that's League One City when man pick the maximum points with these 3 games or 4 games coming up no a bad diama because obeko away mienu bebo home mienu away so kwa against Hearts of Lions and the Samates which will be difficult games ebema so this game 3 points or nothing emo so mutimi pick 3 points maximum point free game way.
All right. We
list up my member so quick nyame admine Mezali 6 p.m. House of Folk in Adriana. I mean a crucial game here, but I mean Oshe House of Folk almost last 5 league games against Adriana no list two. Almost last 5 league games against Adriana almost listening and you see and in 17 games against Adriana House of Folk are in just 3 pe. So it means that House of Folk and Adriana share I untimi Adriana Sada House of Folk so anytime last season or born home and away now Kodomako G eba Craspo Stadium so Babeji so I made this I hope say House of Folk beats me your move first win in several games against Adriana but Osha Adriana so this season at least to more extra good and if there is a time House of Folk beats me I read me this season because looking at which Adriana this season no or tonight fee ne alliance ebo draw esanso tonight fee my friends and nations esanso ekoko share no and osanso kwa away or osanso young apostles ko boy no lady and later on friends intimate the nations young apostles ebeti be say this season Adriana winless omunya and we need game and a very crucial year because say a club like Adriana every game na my friend saying onya go crown ebe hard so it's going to be an interesting game Adriana be we if they are going to lose again and then it means in 15 points so far and Kaosen Komunya league they've amassed just 2 points you know the pressure everybody Adriana players no so with the more record against House of Folk no it's going to be very hard House of Folk so at least to almost last games and so I get some momentum we started league no the newly promoted side Basaki Holy Stars Ekoshomo and they also lost to Hearts of Lions Pando and after that on Beche also Nations one of them made the difficult venues in the Ghana Premier League no 8 PK points or her so currently at the game here nyame adome because so Legon Sports Stadium House of Folk and sa it was but looking at Adriana how I'm struggle now meet me enya more points if they get a win from any game now ebebo mo afin Adriana best start almost season but I mean looking at this I'll go in for a double chance for House of Folk in this game. Another game I measure so Baby Good Stars and so any team and Baby Good Stars ne I'm coming. The BNN baby any bebo home, but you see at least baby any Gold Stars this season. Omo last 12 games are so far. Omabo ewo eye dance park no. Oma draw just one, and the only team ultimately ko pick a point in these 12 games no. Omabo win 11 and a move back wire draw. Draw na was against Bechem United, and I see this time round Bechem United is also alcohol. Aqua so with me aqua pick a point. This is Bechem United side list to this season or Bray pa and also aqua say Adriana. Apart from the last game of winning a game dreams and social one, he lost to House of Folk or near Adriana Kobo or near Adriana 1-1 ewo Bechem and also Kobo 0-0 over nation. So going to dance park and one of the cider a bed in passive beach bit my pick a point because dance park last 12 games they are unbeaten and they dropped only point 20 say oh petima obet my call dance park akwaji 1 pointer. The last time OBS had was Bechem United last season or yes but I don't see baby any Gold Stars I mean going to Summer Boy picking a point no but baby any ever betting if you ever lose point so that game too will be I mean a double chance for a year Timanidin baby any Gold Stars Bechem United after so alternate any kotoko 1-1 supporters so go use yepa and there's another bring half day because Young Apostles any Bechem United Young Apostles team no omunim Golden City Park no omunim so yepa is going to be a game I don't think say Becrum Chelsea ebe underrated Young Apostles squad but Golden City Park no so ebe ya dia ebe dia my Young Apostles because last 6 games Golden City Park omunya lose the only team oko pick points ewo Golden City Park House of Folk so in about 18 games about Golden City Park only House of Folk and I got pick win and I don't see Young Apostles being able to do that so listo these are one of the games and I think say kotoko so bebo ewo link lane after say wabo draw I mean obo draw and I mean Sansunya win against AM Swatrema that was something but Accra Lions this season na dia omo every year pa you see na Accra Lions omo last 5 away games omo queen na omo elusu and I don't see Accra Lions I mean picking the 3 points Linkley I mean the best for them would be maybe a draw because after say last season omo lusu Shaukan they lost almost 8 key players of their team Baku Barcelona Baku Tunisia this David Odro and Shaukan were one of the key players for the team. And aside that, normally 8 key players, starting players are from team. My coach, Ibrahim Tanko say they've lost some players and they want to, I mean, get back to their level. And Omari no first game of the season, they will be highly motivated. So at least to make pick a point. But I mean, the best for Accra Lions this weekend will be maybe a draw for them. But I mean, say House of Kotokoso West will be maybe a draw for them. So I see Kotoko also, I mean, winning this game. I will include sports the list.
Right. Busan for any the Jumadi and I be see me the list to. Nyame adoma Monday yebesa ehia na de aka kire nya yetumi de abrawo na bibia tumi akoriye chanu so adwumadi aqua blue mineral water saso na MYBET.AFRICA MYBET.AFRICA ene yeso yasen nyame adoma yebesa ehia yakram